Justice for Mohbad has catapulted. In fact, it has come to a point where a lot of people can as well tell themselves, yes, kudos to us. We pushed, we pressed, and we backed up this person and that person so that justice can be served. People want closure, regardless of what families of Mohbad might be interested in. The public want it differently. They do not want to compromise. And of course, the public is not sharing money from any music catalog or whatever it is. The public simply wants justice. And the public, I mean the right thinking one, they are in the best position to seek for justice. There is no sentiment, nothing attached. They are doing this from a place of purity, not an adulterated one, not from a place where manipulation exists. No, not at all. Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared for this one. It is going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. So, some couple of hours ago, Yomi Fabiyi, of course, in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, taking his time out, putting all that he has into justice for Mohbad. Of course, he said, this is my calling. This is what I am for. I have searched about this. I have engaged the spirits about this, and I've been told that this is my journey. It might come with its difficulties here and there, but this is what I am born into this world to do. In fact, this is what I want to do. He probably must have seen some few signs here and there that points to this is destiny. Well, he went to Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and he did a one-man show, a one-man protest. And there are some very mind-blowing, shocking expose that came to light. There is a way justice for Mohbad appeared to be that got people wondering, what is the big deal about this young boy? He passed away, so what's the secret of the demise of Mohbad? It is not really about the secret of the demise of Mohbad. Mohbad is not really anyone influential in Nigeria. It's not really anything as much as, nothing. It's not, Mohbad wasn't really like a drop of water in the scope of things in Nigeria. So what exactly is it? Well, the demise of Mohbad brought to light what people know but are not really conscious about it. In fact, the demise of Mohbad sort of resonated with NSARS, where people have this common goal about something. And this is how change comes to play. This is how it comes to play. Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared, like I said. This that you heard is just a drop of the icing. You're about to get the full portion of it. Please like, share, tap on the subscription button. If you're just coming across this platform, like and share. Let's get right into it.
Will help you. But it's okay now. Because that help is bringing shame to Nigeria. Mohbad's case is hurting Nigeria, our reputation, our image. They should back off.
Correct. That's correct.
Bobo story talks about the only thing they are just doing is somebody went to say, help us. I don't know what is between them. But my own is they should just back off. They should back off. Could make any sense, but this justice will pursue it. Because Senator Kojofi, because Senator Kojofi, I am saying the president is traveling here and there working out. Anybody that is close to the president, see President Shorefu, and you call the President Shorefu, do anything that will bring more image to this country while he's at the ends of affairs. Not, this government being tagged with injustice. This government should be tagged with neglecting the quest for justice. It doesn't make any sense. You understand? So,
yes,
it's important that we utilize that, and the fact that what we are hearing, we must allow it to happen. Justice must be served, and for now, I can tell you for free for now, give kudos to the DIG of FCID with what it has done so far. I can see his admiration for the administration of this president. He wants him to succeed. He doesn't want him to have problem with the people. And he was honest. Immediately, the lawyer I got in Abuja contacted and said, we are working with Break the Silence Foundation. And this foundation wrote to the president on this. He didn't block it. Like maybe some people will do and say, start saying, we don't know about the case, so we don't know about any Break the Silence. Said he answered them and go and attend to the case according to the order of the president and the IG. So the president gave the order to the IG. IG is your department. Oh. You are the detective. So, and they will do it. When?
Head of all detectives.
When? I don't know. But what I saw, I know it will happen. It might be next year. It might be next 2 years. But man is going to get justice soon. I know. I said, don't mind if I say next 2 years soon. Man is getting justice as soon as possible because of a ọkọ̀ èyí tó bá ti rápálá jáde òfọlọ́mà búra ó máa rápálá padà torí one thing will lead to one thing and we're still going to be calling on them. It is not just immoral. The biggest injustice and criminality is to listen to any member of Mohbad's family and tell them, yeah, deny Mohbad justice because I am his family member. When the law even put it clear, family members, they can take the life of the other and justice must be served. So, so there is clarity and it's coming. Clarity is coming.
I would have wanted to ask some sets of questions, but my people will not allow me.
Don't ask questions and you know,
They say I should listen and learn. They say I should listen and learn.
No, the point is this, you know why your questions, you know why you have to be careful with your questions. Not
Yes.
because you're not coming from a place of honesty, but in your heart of heart. Asking questions because you're analyzing, or asking questions because you know if it is not answered properly, or if it is answered in an extreme way, it could jeopardize the investigation. You can always excuse it because you must be able to prove to us that I'm not only here to correct the wrongs, I am also seeking justice for Mohbad. So if you are in the same situation and you are in the middle of an investigation, you have to preserve some classified information, and people are trying to drag it out of you. If you're on the reverse, you won't really like it. Because when you ask things, police officers are listening to us. The commissioner of police, they are here with us. It is at that point that I know. They told everything, Angelori. The key ones among they see it. Even don't be surprised that our Lord Pagongo, not for any script to become about divide the opinion. They are the one giving them.
Really?
Oh, stop. Yeah. Everything is about strategy. Strategy is make sure it's not live on social media. So that when it is a divided attention, they will be able to say no. Because we're going to case here. But if they are united in one voice, then you know that problem is coming. That is why you see that most of the protests, they ensure that they divide public opinion and people lose interest in coming out. And I said, okay, if you think it's about crowd, if you think it's about social media number, I want to come out here and say to you, àfẹnití ò bá mọṣẹ́ ìtọ́lọ́hún òfin náà ni nígbà tó wá rí fíìmù gbogbo wọn rí pé òkè o àṣẹ nǹkan wà téèyàn lè ṣe tó yẹ pé it will also achieve the same result, and that's what we're saying. So like I said, ẹ ṣe ńlá here now Yomi sọ̀tọ̀ ni Yomi kọ́ ni ẹ máa tó rí fíìmù mi ò ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ parọ́ anybody. I have written my statement at the FCID. FCID is the investigating team, the biggest investigating police headquarters in Nigeria. That is the police headquarters. And they are brilliant. Of course, do I trust all of them? No. But do I have respect and regard for some of them? Good. And I'm going to be calling on the conscience and consciousness of all the police officers attached to this case to remember and sue themselves to the court of conscience. Because whatever they do in this Mohbad's case, in this finance law, we'll be waiting for them and their children. I'm challenging them. I've been there twice. I've had series of, you need to see from one office to another. Well, this is headquarters. So what do I expect? Clean offices, decent police officers, but tó bá fẹ́ gbẹ́ bọ̀dì tẹ́fẹ́ bá jìjẹ kú jẹ lórí ikú Mohbad ẹ ṣòótọ́ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. So I just pray that that final push will come and the cavalry that this case needs to do things right, because this is still Nigeria. You understand? Even if the president gives the order and they should go and do it, these people are not going to fly from Abuja. Do you understand? And so many things needs to be done. So I leave it to them. I don't know when they will start. I don't know whatever it is. So I won't divulge that here. But people should just note that even if the president gives the order, it might not come with the resources to execute, not the complete resources to execute. They might be expecting the DIG to raise and release fund from his office or the IG, but hold on. I don't want to go that route again. Not because I don't want people to involve in things that will push him over. So, and I know
I was
going to
told
finish
yesterday. I was told yesterday the PPRO of Lagos State was going to come out today. I don't know whether later came out to address the case.
The beauty of it is that he's not coming in as the.
But then can I just ask a general question, guys? I don't know. Was the PPRO out today to address Mohbad case as promised yesterday? So comment section. If you know the answer, please answer to it. Go on.
It's a good. I don't know, but it's a good thing. Benjamin Day. Like I told you guys, I have a very good history with him. And one of the things that I can keep to his name positively was when the 30 seconds video came out. Are you with me? Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can still get the shot. Let me show you. You understand? When Karimo was telling me I should go to Ogombo, when you see brilliant police officers, when they are conscience driven. Benjamin Hundeyin, he told me in clear terms when I sent those stuff to him, he said, Mr. Remy, please don't go to that Ogombo. I beg you in the name of God. Despite the fact, Baba, don't travel. You could see how honest. So he did a positive thing in this justice for Mohbad. He is now elevated. He will be the one to announce. Trust me, he's not the PRO. He will be the one to announce the true justice and the true position from Mohbad. I am saying.
When I respected that guy Odeyin, right? The guy, the CSP is promoted right now. Is promoted. He was an SP. Now he's chief superintendent. The first time I listened to him speaking, he's somewhat like there is a game. There's actually a game going on. His position. He has to well represent the Lagos Police Command, the Nigerian Police Force, Lagos Command. He has to well represent them, right? Irrespective of whatsoever. He can't come here and be blaming their investigation or be faulting them. He has to just do his job, right? So I understand when people are doing their job. And I also understand at the point of doing their job when they are trying to be honest. If you go back to that chat, it's not a chat, it was an interview with Daddy Freeze. In that chat, I don't know, have you listened to the interview? Maybe I can find a plate for you. Have you listened to it?
I'm looking at it. Yes. I'm looking for that chat.
So that interview, he said something, and ever since then I've been telling people, but people don't like to have inner eyes, right? What makes the police special or make intelligent is the number 6, right? People have 5 senses. Police will always say we have 6 senses, or the Nigerian police have 6 senses, right? They have like an inner thought, right? Which is like a discretion which they work with. They follow command, is regimented. At the end of the day, they have a number 6 sense, right? And they always apply it. So you have to have an equal understanding to understand a fellow police officer when he's trying his best, right? This man, in that conversation, the man said something. For him to go there, I questioned the quest of justice right from there. He said that the phrase that many Nigerians don't understand the law here. He said, do you know that to some extent, because they were asking about why was a report not given to Mohbad dad when they asked for police reports to go bury Mohbad. He said, do you know that to some extent, if a family walks into the police station and they say they want to go bury their deceased, that police is not going to stop them. If they say they don't want to investigate their death, they just want to go bury it, as long as the family members are there, the police are going to sanction it, right? And he also gave an example. He said, for example, take for instance a Muslim, right, that they quickly bury their people. That most times encounter, when their people die, they will just come in police report, and as usual, you just give it to them, right? That unless maybe a particular incident is reported as a suspicious case.
Maybe I'm not holding brief for him. What he is trying to say is this: it is not in a situation whereby there is a criminal suspicion. He never said that. That in a situation whereby the police suspect a criminal activity around the person, and then if the family come around and say they want to go and bury, the police will say no. We suspect that this person has been murdered, and you say you should release. They won't even release, because if a complaint comes around and it's a criminal complaint or a distress call to the police, and they notice that yes, there is a concern, this person was murdered, certainly the police will take it up and clearly will not listen to whether there is any family stuff. Okay, let us what's going to be. When police is telling you,
for police to say, I want to investigate, and the family to say, oh no, we are okay, don't investigate. I mean, isn't that against police duty? That should be against police duty. But what we are saying here, you should understand something. You should understand something that, right, the Nigerian police itself is not naive to the Nigerian culture, to the Nigerian people's culture.
no,
You know what is...
See,
No, I get your point. You mean you mean that as long as it's an offense or there's a suspicion from the police side, nobody can stop the police not to investigate. I'm telling you.
Even the family can't say it to police at that time, because at that time, if a mother, see, let's look at it this way: if a mother kills the son, how you I'm saying? If he kills the son, the mother has committed murder. How you I'm saying? And it's obvious. If a family member now coming to say, we want to go and bury the son, we don't want to seek justice against them, police will tell you, what makes you think it's your decision now? The kind of instance he was referring, I'm only trying to say we should cut him some slack. You know,
Sure, I know. But
and you're trying to de-escalate an issue. It's like, if it is a natural cause of death and there is no reason to suspect, no reason for suspicion, and police is saying that even whether there is suspicion or not, we want to investigate. Like I'm saying, we say, don't worry, let's go and bury. But if there is a probable cause or there is an allegation that this person was macheted and he was spiked, police is dealing with already a criminal case, and they can't be telling the family, can say, we don't want you to investigate it. Which family will say that? There is no.
I said if the case is reported to the police as a crime or police suspects criminality, right? Police will investigate in that case. But there are some cases which, like, police will not, like, outrightly suspect that there is something, probably because of the way it was shown to them. That doesn't mean that there may not be criminality if investigated. In extent, for me, every death is supposed to be investigated until there's clearance. Until there's a clearance, exactly. Until there's a clearance from maybe the medical doctor that this is the cause, this is the person's cause of death, and then maybe probably police clearance. Man, at that case, nobody have a reason to suspect. But now let's look at it. On how does that statement even make sense? I want to play it to you now so you can hear from him, right? That even in some cases, police want to investigate, and the family will say, "Don't investigate. Let me play for you. I'm not speaking for him, please. Let me find it because he said so. So you will be the one to judge. Let me find the video and play it. Don't hold brief for him, please. Don't hold brief for him.
I'm not holding brief for him.
Hear what he says. Hear what he said, and then tell me what you mean. Because me, I know where this man is going. I will play it and let you interpret it, and then I will tell you where I think it's going.
I'll upload our chat with you now, where he quickly cautioned me not to go to that Ogombo. And I'll give him kudos for that. Let me upload it so that you can see. Hold on.
So I have it. I want to play it. When you're ready, let me know.
Yes, I'm so pleased to have you.
I don't know. I think I should go first, but if you want to go, no problem.
No, go.
You want to go first?
Go,
okay. So now, it's 35 minutes interview with Daddy Freeze.
35 minutes interview.
Yes, with Daddy Freeze. It's online.
No. Just go to the keep and 35 minutes interview. No, it's too long.
Okay. It will help us. Sometimes while I listen to professional, briefly, it will help us know their position. Because like me, I was trying to tell you, if there's no way you listen to him, you'll be able to read the lines and know like what is in their mind. Because like what I wanted to say then is that, could it be that this family has compromised? I told them they don't want to investigate Mohbad's death, and they are a contributing factor to hindering just for Mohbad because of the losses that they will incur. Because this statement is very heavy from Benjamin Hundeyin. Why did he even think this way? Why did he go this direction? So I want you to hear him. After you hear it, and then you can decide.
But I know. I'm not holding brief for him. We know what we are and where we are as a country. What I'm particular about.
Keep talking. Let me find that spot. Keep talking. Let me find that spot.
What me I'm particular about is, how do we move on from here? Can we do it better? We can't continue to say, this is Nigeria now. I will keep repeating the same old, unfashionable, backward lifestyle and values. But in the context at which he responded to that, is because I don't want to believe he meant, let me put it this way, it doesn't mean that even if there is probable cause of a criminal wrongdoing, that the family can still approach and say, though this person was murdered by so person, this way we don't want to pursue it. Murder cases are not for families to pursue. It is for the state to pursue. It's just that most times, for the want of witnesses, it's always difficult when the same family are saying that we have to establish this truth. Are you with me? If police are saying there is a complaint that XYZ took the life of so person, who is your family? If a family look and say, DPP or police, we know that this person took the life of our son, but for the honor of our child, can you just want to let it go? Islamically, is our faith. Like I'm saying, normally most times, the way they fashion Nigeria, they will look and say, okay, maybe because of a religious faith. But normally we expect police to say, you might forgive the person. In fact, you might come to court and tell the court that you forgive a person, but the law must take its course. Do you understand? So it would never literally mean that when they see that there is a probable cause that the murder has been committed, and then the family will say, can you just let it go, sweep it under the carpet? No, there is no provision for that in the law. And that is not what it meant. What it meant is that in some cases, and these are instances, Paparino, if somebody probably took the life of your family in a way that you know that it was not deliberate. I am saying, are you listening? When
okay, yes, I'm hearing you. Let me just play the part. I got it. Okay. It was an intelligent question asked by Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze wanted to pin, maybe I don't let me not say pin down Baba Mohbad, okay? because it's a little bit of a controversial opinion. But yeah, he asked a question about the quick burial of the death in this particular case. Like, it's like, I mean, was the death supposed to be quickly buried? So, what's police position on that? So, and this is the response. You will see the questions that the phrase Uday.
Families be allowed to hurriedly bury their dead.
Oh no, wait, please.
The way this.
Let me take it back a little bit so I can get me.
I'm going to upload me.
Abuja at police.gov.ng. Okay, so yes. May I ask? This is just a personal question. Should in such controversial situations, should the
Are you listening?
families be allowed to hurriedly bury their dead the way this was done? I'm just asking, what do you advise people going further?
Whenever death occurs, the police should first be informed before burial takes place. For some Muslims, they bury their dead the same day, but at least they inform the police to let them know for record purposes. A time will come you would need something, and you would need record. You would need maybe a death certificate. You need to process something. You're applying for visa later, and they say, who's your biological dad? And you say, oh, he passed on many years ago. Okay, can we confirm that? Do we need a police report? Because that's standard all over the world. Police must have a report. So, okay, so which police station did you report the death at? Even though you have a death certificate. Yes, but where did you report? And they go around and search. We receive these letters from embassies sometimes that, this happened in so years. Please, could you go through your records and confirm that such happened? So I'm just saying that even for your own good, it's good to have records. So to answer directly, when such happens, yes, you could request that we want to bury. Some families waive investigation. Some families will say, don't worry, God give it, God take it. We do not want an investigation. We just want it to record that this person has died, and we are swearing an affidavit saying that we chose not to allow any investigation. And fine, they go ahead and bury their dead. But first thing is to notify the police.
Now, in this case, Baba Mohbad said, God give it, God take it. Now, how can a family waive investigation into the case of a death? It's a criminal offense. It's an offense against the state. Nobody should waive an investigation. Nobody. You know, that's what I'm saying. That if they can have this mindset that if family can tell police that we don't want an investigation, we just want to be on record. This person have died, put it on record, give us, clearance, but we don't want anybody to come and investigate to know what killed the person. I mean, it's suspicious. For a family to walk to the police station and even tell you don't want an investigation into the death, that alone should trigger you to investigate it. So this is a wrong statement.
He is not quoting a particular family for a particular case, number one. He never said it's happened in Mohbad's case.
He says some family waives investigation.
Papa, I know. He said they request that we don't want, for the memory, we don't want it.
He says some family waives investigation. Did you hear that? What does that mean? What was that statement? What was the statement? Some family waives investigation.
The waiving of it is that, number one, when such a situation happens and the family are to be subjected to thorough investigation, we need to know the cause of death. And by law,
they have no say. If the police want to investigate, they should have no say.
You're not getting it. By law, you are correct. He is only saying that in a situation of maybe the person is a Muslim and they realize that if the police says, no, the way we are looking at it, it's looking like this person has been somebody.
Don't tell me that. That is a wrong statement. You can't justify this statement. It's a wrong statement, please.
You're not getting it. I'm not saying it is totally perfect. What I'm trying to tell you is that the concept at which he is referring, he didn't say it's Mohbad's case.
There is no justification for this statement. As long as the police suspect, police investigate.
No, they don't need to suspect. That's what I'm telling you. You're not getting it. Papa, I know. The law is sacrosanct. Any death, every death must be reported and investigated. Investigation means postmortem must be done on anybody. You must be patient. Even if it's a Muslim, you must wait, and you can only pay for express.
But what does this case mean? Some family they waive investigation. They don't want investigation.
Wait now. The investigation it meant is if after the postmortem, like I'm saying, or they're like, bring it for postmortem. They're like, okay, after the postmortem, they said, we notified, we observed that.
Don't justify this. Even after the postmortem, if police have reasonable cause after postmortem, let me say they do postmortem and they say that the person was stabbed, they will now say, go and bury the person. There's no justification to the statement.
Wait,
it can't be justified.
Even if the family choose, the family have the right to say, we don't want to. He's saying family do that. It doesn't mean the police will accept. He never said.
No, the police accept. He's telling some family waives investigation and police cooperate. They don't do nothing.
No, don't deceive the public. In key cases like this, if there are no other complainants, if the family are the ones who complain, okay, let's take for instance now. Let me set this instance. Are you with me? Let's take for instance, accident occurred. Are you with me? Accident occurred.
Sure.
A mother is trying
I'm with you.
A mother is trying to take care of a child, and then in the process, maybe while she was, I want to look for an instance that will not, because I don't want to, make a wrong statement. And maybe let me just say that when the incident occurred, the entire family and even the public, they can establish that the intent was not to harm. I am saying the intent was not to harm. Okay, let's take for instance, a grandmother wants to close the door, and in the process, the door hits the child. The mother didn't know the child was there, and the child dies in the process. And they took the child for postmortem, and they realized that the child died of head injury. Like I'm saying, and the police are saying, a postmortem says this boy was hit on the head and he died. And the question is, who did? And I said, it's the grandma. She was closing the door, and she never knew the child was after her. That kind of prosecution, the family could waive it and say, we know what happened. It's not a different ballgame that we're going to lie to you. The grandmother was in our house to visit. Grandmother wanted to close the door. She never knew that our son was crawling behind her and it hit the child. That is an accident. But postmortem will not know accidents. Postmortem will show cause of death. When
are you saying that? Let me say it is captured on camera that you were fine, right? And I came to Abuja after your protest. I just shaked you. I say, hey, well done, you're me, and I shaked you. After shaking you, you shaked and then you buy. Would they let me go?
You say would they let you? Are you asking now if my family will let you go?
No, maybe anybody will let me go.
We're talking about family now. Rhino, don't digress. It's an intelligent stuff.
So the family be the one to should family be the one to dictate all the police?
You're not getting it. Family have got right to make a choice.
So what if in this case too they made their choice in this case?
Now this is it. Listen carefully. I've told you the reason why that assertion could work is if the family realize that, okay, grandma has no intention to kill her child. The baby was crawling. Grandma wanted to close the door, and the door slammed on the baby. Grandma didn't even know. And then they went to the postmortem. The doctor said, this is what I detected. Something hit the child on the head. And they see the camera. The camera showed that it was an accident. Grandma never intended to it. She's traumatized. The prosecutor would look at it and say, this is the cause of death, and this is the suspect. They would have, police would have done a job. They say, we have Mama in. This is, you know what, please. You have seen the video.
In the right sense, it's the judge that should decide. She should be charged to the court and the judge should decide, not the police. She's committed a manslaughter.
That's
an involuntary manslaughter.
Let me explain to you, Papa Rhino, before you misinform the public. Police, when they investigate, they will duplicate to DPP. The DPP will determine whether it's going to prosecute or not. If the DPP look at
not in all cases, not in all cases, DPP prosecute. Police can also prosecute.
Wait now. Police prosecutor is police prosecutor. What I'm trying to say is that in the case of murder, and they look at it and say, this is it, prosecutor can say, for this, I can advise that this person has a case, because the intention while writing our report, we look at the investigation of police. Police will look at and say, this is the incident. Look at the video. And the family themselves, in the report, they will write, and the family themselves came forward to accept, to confirm the truth about the child died. They were not hiding it. It's a different ball game. If the family knew Mohbad was probably shot in the house, or let's assume, let's take for instance, Adura broke Mohbad's neck, and the family are saying Mohbad was injected, and they don't want to pursue it. That's absurdity. It's obstruction of justice. They can't.
And that's a question. In that grandma case, was a crime committed?
A crime was committed, but the intent.
Should all criminal be tried?
Not all criminal cases like that can be tried. The DPP will look at it and say, the intent, there was no intent to commit crime here. It's an accident, and we don't want to prosecute it because
okay,
even
let's say for example now. Okay, let me give another similar example. Let's say for example now, let's say somebody like, let's say Gurexi comes to my house to rob me, okay, and Gurexi comes with maybe with a gun or a pistol, all right. So and Gurexi was just shooting, and Gurexi has shot my dog, all right. So me now, I now carry maybe one big stone, one big stone, and now throw it from up. The thing fall on Gurexi and it breaks Gurexi head and he bite. And now I'm able to shoot through camera that this person was like trying to shoot me. He had already killed my dog, was shooting everywhere sporadically, and I took the first chance and I struck him and he died. Naturally, logically, it makes sense that I should respond proportionally, right, or self-defense. Now, will it be the police that will decide in that case, or even at that, even though they understand what it is, they will still go ahead charging that person and putting that person off for prosecution? Will they just decide and end it, or they'll take it?
Prosecution, the police will not say go. And when Benjamin Hunde says the family who say they don't want to pursue, it is still going to be subject to legal advice.
Let me play something again. No.
Hold on, wait. What you were thinking it meant was that the decision will be made at the police station. Trials.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying here. He said it will just be on record. He said it will just be on record.
That record is going to be in the file that they will send.
What do you mean by waiving an investigation? What do you understand by waiving an investigation? If an investigation is being waived, it's to cancel investigation.
You are twisting all his words. You know what is trying.
I'm saying we have to. Okay, let me just play one more time. 1 minute. Let me just take it a little bit.
When you say waive investigation, they saw somebody macheted on the floor, and they say, "Don't go and ask what happened to you." Why can they say that? What it means is that he's trying to say prosecution, trial, because police will establish what happened to the first.
If there is no investigation, how can there be trial? If investigation is being waived, how will there be trial?
You are trying to pick that word. You know that is not what it meant.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not. It's wrong. We have to question things like this, because what if that is what they're acting on? What if the reason why Mohbad is not getting justice is because the family, any of the family member has approached them? This is an accident that happened from the family, and we don't want an investigation.
It's happening already. Don't give me all the powerful in.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's happening.
Let me answer that your question of throwing stone. See, in appropriate measure, self-defense is acceptable under the law when you are able to establish and prove it that you acted under self-defense. But in a situation whereby what you're trying to do, somebody is downstairs and threw a big stone, what I'm saying, it might look tricky because there is already a premeditation. But if it was a situation whereby he got into yours and he was shooting, and they will still have to find a way to establish the intent and the timing. The timing of you throwing the stone matters a lot. You understand? If you had a time to run away where the person wouldn't have seen you, instead of throwing the stone.
Let me give you this more neutral case. Let's say, for example, you have a bank. Okay, you have a bank, and there are so many employees in your bank. So now, maybe somebody, let's say, who can I choose? Let's say somebody, who can I choose? Let's say Muyiwa Rasaki. Let's say Muyiwa, okay? like wanted to come save money in the bank, like all the GoFundMe money, whatever. He was to come save the money inside the bank, right? And he was just rushing in, like he was just coming in. He didn't even, because the money is so much, like, he didn't even think twice. And the cleaner just mopped the ground. The cleaner even, placed a caution, like a caution sign, a warning sign that, hey, do not go in, do not do whatever. But yet, because the GoFundMe money was so much, and Muyiwa just need to keep it and deposit it. So Muyiwa was running. So as Muyiwa ran into the place, he slid and he broke his head and he died like that. So now, reporting the case to the police, who will they hold? The cleaner, the manager, or what will happen to Muyiwa? Will it be investigated? Or they waive it?
It's investigated. And the police will look into the premises. They will check were there enough warning signs. And they will look for witness accounts.
No, there were enough. There were 3, but he didn't see. He blocked his mind because it's GoFundMe money now. He needed to quickly.
He chose to kill himself. Because at the end of the day, they can't hold him. They've warned, they've cautioned that look out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Wet ground. Most certainly, they can only, what they can do is civil suit, get compensation on behalf of his family. But to criminally sentence somebody who is doing his legitimate duty, who has given a pre-warning, and this warning sign is so visible, it's not blurry. They will look into all those things. Was it placed in the right direction so that customers can see on time? Is there any attempt?
It was everywhere. It was very obvious. Because his GoFundMe head was blocked.
So they will look into all those stuff. Did they meet the basic requirements? Because they will say because they want to clean the floor, there is a procedure of making the environment clean. Because as a matter of fact, health and safety is also important. They must clean intermittently and they give warning. So if you suffer that accident, they might go for a civil suit to say what to claim for the decision. Because the person actually died in your premises. But a criminal angle of it, to indict somebody of committing murder, there must be intent to commit that crime. And how do you prove it that the cleaner deliberately wanted to take the life of the customer or was careless in the discharge of duty that led to the loss of life? So if you cannot prove recklessness, carelessness, professional negligence, or intent to commit murder, then prosecutor will tell you every evidence is showing that these people did all the precautionary measures were taken. It's just overzealous customer who wasn't willing to adhere. Compliance is one of the biggest problems we have as people. It's not just maintenance culture, it's the compliance culture. People don't want to comply. Stand, walk gently is the way ground. They will say no. I prayed in the morning, I fasted. That if you mess up, you go. So all these things are what people do. They believe so much in content. I can't have you 30 seconds a day. One day the phone, oh my God, 2 hours. Call on Joe Wally. Any good network, you try to fiber. You don't need prayer for a ringtone to come. But because we don't do the right thing, everything wants miracle. You take your time, know when the woman is ovulating. That's when you now start waiting for miracle.
What do you mean to take time to wait for ovulation? As in, are you now blaming Baba Mohbad for taking women to the mountain for prayer? It's not clear enough, but let me just say, initiated a line of thought concerned with him. I just need you to reach out to the divisional police officer and know if the case was truly incidented, and if no, then we need to find Adura and protect him by all means necessary, sir. You want to protect Adura? Are you supreme? Wahala ti ṣẹlẹ̀.
No.
So you are supreme and protecting Adura by all means. This must go viral. Hey, guys, let's take this out of context. What did I just see there in your miss chat? I don't want to understand. That is enough. Don't explain.
Go on.
Wahala. Let the DC be the one to confirm. I'll suggest you don't interfere with them. Then good, I will stay. I will stay out. But kindly ask if such case involving any Adura Aloba has been incidented in that station. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What I want to remind you here, you remember that day that Karima was talking with you. With you too. It was with you when I was waiting. You understand?
Wait, I don't understand. Did you just hear this? That Udenyi has been promoted. Is now the first PRO, no longer Lagos. Really?
That's what I'm telling you now.
Woo! And the man is in good position right now to talk about Mohbad case now. He's in the best position right now.
That's what I'm telling you that you should wait.
We should be hitting on his door.
Wait, he said. That's what I'm telling you. That look at what he did. If I had gone to Ogombo, that is where they would have ambushed me forever in that Mohbad case. So, what I'm trying to say is that in his honesty, when he saw the evidence I sent to him, address shot on the 11th of December 2024, and I sent it to him on the 12th. Sir, look at this. Look at this. I said, if this Adura's claim he has the incident in his hand, they might go after the Adura. The police, now that they said the case is go, that means that Adura needs help. How am saying? I was waiting. I contacted the DCP. The DCP saw it. He said, wow. He said, bring in your petition. That time, that Karima was expecting me. That should have reached Ogombo now. They were now calling Karimo here now. That is when they were thinking that she would have forced me, say words on social media that would push me to that Ogombo. So practically, I would have gone there recklessly. But I used my number 6. I had to quickly make contact that they jump into a particular stuff. They are not needing me in Ogombo. And you want me to go and rush and say, yes, you will just mess up yourself. So they didn't know I was talking with top rank police officers like this. She was busy coming on when we were doing this co-hosting. They were expecting I should have been. That was when they said one Arifa had gone there before me. I had seen the stuff. I said, what is going on? You can't expect me to jump in. It is for me to go and report the case, Abi. I have reported to the police. I have reported to the DCP. What is my own with Ogombo? They were only saying, don't report to police, report to Ogombo. Go out to Ogombo. Go to Ogombo to go and do what? But this police officer now, the first PRO, the number 1 in the whole country now, he saw what I was doing. He said, sir, don't go there. Just deal with the DCP of Panti. The DCP of Panti today too, I have something to tell you. That DCP Lati Ahmed, that I played his audio, he has now been promoted to Commissioner of Police too.
Who, Dayo? Is it Dayo?
No.
Who is there now?
DCP Lati Ahmed. That one that I gave his number to Mohbad. That Mohbad said he cannot go and meet him. He was also promoted and is now a Commissioner of Police. If he's posted,
why are all of them suddenly all of them attached to Mohbad case are suddenly be promoted? And I don't know.
No,
is there something that
looking at the ones that have been demoted? some that are connected that did bad demoted. Some
No. Those ones, no. Those ones, it was clear. It was so clear that it was because of age and some other stuffs, blackmailing, right? They were already promoted. Yes, now it was spelled. But when it was clearly it was clear spelled out now.
That what?
Come on now.
With the criminal allegation.
Age was the CP of Lagos. Yes, now. Yes, exactly. That's what it was demoted for. That's what it was dismissed for now. Yes. Didn't you read it? It was everywhere.
Who was the commissioner at the time Mohbad died? And they gave us bleeding profusely and all those concussion. Which command?
That's the one now. That's the one.
Wait, which command do you think I take to the president now that they are investigating at the FCID? He's the OWA command now. Now he was demoted. He's DCP. Ilara Don is the one that investigated, number one detective. That is why you see the DIG of the FCID, the overall of all the detectives in Nigeria. He said no. The president said we should go and investigate and bring the truth out. Please listen to this man. He's the one that wrote the petition to the president. Meanwhile, some people have written we are the NGO. We were just trying to stall it. I was told.
Let me read you this. It went viral then. Like police retire 6 senior officers, demote 2. So Ounwa was part of those that were forcefully retired. So the Nigerian police force has compulsorily retired 6 senior officers, including a former commissioner of police in the Federal Capital Territory, Bennett Igwe. Additionally, 2 officers were demoted before their retirement. A wireless message obtained by our correspondent on Wednesday, dated March 4, 2025, and signed by Force Secretary, revealed that Igwe, who was recently promoted to Assistant Inspector General and deployed to head Zone 7 Police Headquarters in Abuja, was demoted to Commissioner of Police before being retired. Then Deputy Commissioner of Police Simon Loom was demoted to Assistant Commissioner of Police before his retirement. They demoted them, then retired them again. Now, other officers affected by the directive include AIG Idowunwa, who was retired effectively February 10, 2025. CP Bennett Igwe retired effective May 1, 2023. Anyway, all of them, they were demoted and retired. So, but not because of Mohbad case. On Mohbad case, they are promoted during Mohbad case now.
You're not getting it. We're not saying that they were indicted on Mohbad's case. We're telling that some people that were connected to Mohbad's case, some are promoted, some had issues. And it is just for us to look at it and say, we as people can go emotional and look and say, is there any spiritual interpretation? And I have given you an instance of Benjamin Hundeyin. And another day is the day we went to command, the current CP, he was there. He stayed with us. He was supposed to travel. And he stayed with us throughout. He was moving back and forth, saying that, don't worry, Mr. Ami, the CP will listen to you.
Ever since then, did you speak to CP Jimo Mushut? CP Jimo, did you speak to him ever since then?
No, I only shouted him once, like, if I go back, I will see what, but I was not really happy with him. So the fact that under his command, a week and a half after we went to protest at the command to report about the 3 seconds video and the phone and the video in his command, when he's supposed to just call the Nabor to bring the phone, open it for Break the Silence Foundation and the team and the activists, Mr. You see the video. But for him to not do act on it that day, and after a week and a half, telling me that when I do I look at it and say, I told the SCP, the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Joseph Jayoba, I said, what is this? The one Supobelo was telling me, was trying to catch me to. I said, what are you people doing? This is a serious case. Emi Yoloboy now. DCP Latim Ahmed, from the onset, when I met him, he said, Mr. Yomi, I am the head of party. Yes, I am doing well in my job. But look at me, I'm number 24 on the list of DCP in this party. The person that came before me, do you know his history? I want to do right. In this Mohbad's case, I want to do right. I don't want any conscience to take me. We don't know what happened to him. I am saying, I will do the best I can to the best of my ability. Do you understand? And when he was summoned by the current CP, when we went to protest, said, bring all your detectives that did Mohbad's case. This CP, all on that they must shoot Jimo, was also starting well. He started well with honesty, with enthusiasm, with decent public service. Your concerns are germane, Mr. Yomifabi. We will look into it. Bring your officers so day. Mr. Yomi, don't go and protest in Maryland to Ojota again. Bring your protest to the command. We got there. He made provision for us that they should receive us well, they should entertain us. I am saying. And then, while the state was boiling, there was case in the House of Assembly. He rushed down quickly. He received us, he sat with us outside, and we went to have internal meeting in his direct personal office. And he allowed our cameras. And I was like, oh, gracious God. But before we say Jack Robinson, they don't bring phone out here. And the CP and DCP, they're like, we don't know what is going on, but don't trust me, Mr. Yomi. Whatever help we can give to you, we'll give to you. We are parents. We know what you are doing. You are doing the right thing. We were in that meeting. I met Ayodo Soro, CP, DCP Lati Ahmed, and myself. I said, please help this boy, sir. He said, Mr. Yomi, we are parents. I've just told you we are parents. If we don't, we mean it. You called, you wrote a petition, we are here. And this CP minuted on my speech. And the accusation and allegation I made against the officers in Lati said, investigate, extract any of the officers found wanting, report back to me. Let's do the due diligence. Next thing is story. I am saying. And I felt dissatisfied. I'm not going to be arguing with the commissioner of police if he's doing the right thing. He has that power. You know what it means to be a commissioner of police? Ordinary DP yourself can mess you up.
The commandant.
But when you're on the right path, you understand? He's a key stakeholder in the State Security Council. A key stakeholder in the State Security Council. And at the end of the day, we left. And the next thing we saw was Supobelo, Mr. Yomi. You have an invitation to come. The petition is written against you. I said I'll be there. Look at what they were doing. You know? The former commissioner of police, they use Special Squad 1. This commissioner of police that is there now, they use State Intelligence Department. In same command, Adura is writing to petition to different command, trying to cover up for a crime that is very glaring. Saying that, I said, if you like, write petition to Jesus Christ.
Regardless of Yomifabi's
I will attend. Jesus, tell
interest
or use miracle to open it for
religious inclination, he has done good. Yes, he has done good. When it comes to justice for Mohbad, yes, there are times he says certain things that maybe some people might not buy into, but let us be realistic about it all. If we are talking about justice and we really want justice to be served, it has to be done appropriately, right? So, like I said, he did his own one-man protest where he laid out his heart, like he expressed himself. He made the government realize the president, according to him, as you heard him say severally, has been talking about the president. Some believe that some of these utterances are to make people have hope and have trust that his Break the Silence Foundation has that reach. They've been able to at least press and push to make an impact when it comes to justice for Mohbad. There is nothing much to really say about what Yomi said, and he or she who has hers will definitely hear and understand where Yomi Fabi is coming from and where he is actually heading to on this journey of justice for Mohbad. He talked about money and how a lot of people had tried to entrap him using money as a form of diversion, to manipulate the public into, oh, Yomi Fabi, you are only here for money. Every time, give us money, money, money. Even though you are tried to make it appear like this is actually for the foundation. You don't question the foundation. You donate if you have. If you don't have, don't donate. But it will do good if you donate to the cause. If you can donate to the cause. Well, it is what it is. A lot have been said. He has also shown some conversation that he had with a certain police officer. He claims that the police officer is really interested in getting justice for Mohbad, and he's also calling on Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, asking them to take note of the president's interest in justice and what needs to be done to get that justice ASAP. This justice for Mohbad thing has kind of it has dragged a little bit. Presently, we are dealing with the DNA. Mohbad's father came out and he said some few things, and he talked about a lawyer there, a lawyer there, a lawyer here and there. The thing is, some people don't feel good about it. They are not happy. They're not happy. They're like, so our money is what you guys are using to experiment with your emotion, experiment with your lack of focus, experiment with your what kind of thing is this? Remember, there was a time that Mohbad's father really fell out of grace. He knew within himself that he had fallen out of grace. He knew it. He knew it that it wasn't really the vibe wasn't there anymore. People already made up their minds. They said, we will not be donating to nothing. We are not putting our money nowhere anymore. We are not interested in that. We will not do that anymore. Whatever it is that wants to be, let it be. Mohbad is not alive. Why should we donate money? Is it to bring him back to the world? Bring him back to this earth? These are some of the questions some asked. They say they will not be putting our money to any cause anymore. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. There is always going to be this donation lethargy where people feel strained and stressed. They've been bringing out of their pocket, they've been doling cash, they've been paying the bills without anything forthcoming. They're not getting results, no answers to their prayers, nothing is happening. Is it that we are about to get there? There is this 3-second video. Adora sent it. There is CCTV. Oh, a man was to release it. Then someone quickly pushes out the video address of the man. So the man will feel insecure. And yet people are blind to it. They are like, oh, that CCTV is not going to show anything. This person wants to take advantage of you guys to rob you. There is nothing there. But at least that CCTV would have shown when they went in, when they went out, how they went in, with which automobile, at what time. To have shown at least those would have sorted certain things up or pieced the puzzle here and there together. At least we'll be able to get form and shape. But unfortunately, that did not see light of the day. Was the man lying about CCTV and what he saw? Did fear of his house publicly placed out there on social media cause him to panic, and then he ended up not providing anything even when he did? There was nothing there for the police to work with. What about their thought that Yomi Fabi said he switched off his phone, is afraid that he might be tracked and all of that? A lot of things happen on this justice for Mohbad. If you are to detach yourself from any sentiment, any emotion and all of that, if you have to look at it holistically, if you have to look at it objectively, if you you will definitely know that there are certain things that didn't really make sense. A lot of things didn't make sense. They either not done appropriately. Now the part where Bankole and Smith was to come in and they said this is a donation from the public in a different direction because what they are saying being done is not making sense. And then it became, oh no, never, it's my son that passed. They kept saying that kind of thing. Mohbad's father, oh, it's his son that passed away. He should be at the forefront of it. You guys cannot hijack this. It's me, it's me, it's me. But then it is the public donation that is keeping it alive. It's not as if it is me. Yes, it needs to be informed. Yes, it needs to know. Yes, it needs to be part of a lot of things. Well, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We saw a lot of things. We did see a lot and a lot of drama. We saw a lot of drama. We saw so many things happen. It's a shocker. It's a big one, a huge shocker. It doesn't make sense at all. But it is what it is. We are still on this journey of justice for Mohbad. We are not pulling out of it anytime soon until we get there. And kudos to those who have put their life on the line, put their heart to it, put their time, their money, their efforts, and so many things to them. We are doing it for humanity's sake. We are doing it for humanity's sake. A lot has happened. So, in this, you heard what our guest said. He talked about a particular police officer, and the police officer had said there are times that we were invited or we came into a case and the family of the deceased said, as a result of our culture or religion, we do not want to pursue this any further. Leave our dead for us, let us bury. In that instant, of course, if there is foul play, the police will not want to listen. Normally, they will not want to listen to you. They want to investigate. That's how it's supposed to be done in a sane crime. So that's what I guess this guy is trying to say. Like, oh, but then maybe he's just trying to draw the other man out. It cannot be stupid to say he's saying Mohbad's father has spoken to him already, and their conclusion is that they do not want the police to investigate this case any further. Like, not even investigate it at all. Like, leave it, let sleeping dog lie. Something like that. Yomi Fabi is making it clear to him that is not what the police officer is saying. That's not what he's saying. That's not the implication of his statement. He's just saying there are times and very troubling where family will be like, don't prosecute, don't investigate, let it lie, leave it at that. We don't want to investigate anything. We just want God to take, that kind of thing, to take the reins and do what he will do. That God is the divine judge. We don't want the police to investigate anything. We don't want anything. Just leave it. Just let it slide. Just let it slide. That they do come to them and tell them, hey, we don't want to investigate this. We will not cooperate with you guys. Yomi Fabi is making it clear. It depends on what circumstance led to the demise. Are you saying a mother breaks the head of a child, pushes the child, and the child, intentionally the child passes away, and the family is telling the police, we gave birth to this child, so therefore, don't worry. I cannot have my wife imprisoned because I will not have anybody to use my gbola on top. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't make sense, right? So most of these things are subjective. It depends. It's not some but it is what it is. We still have a system where people can just go bury their dead without informing. There is no death certificate. There's nothing. We still have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. I don't know what your thoughts are. Drop your comments.